A glissando on the harp, a white flowing dress, walking down a flower-strewn aisle and smiling benevolently at those gathered. A day to become a princess, a real-life princess. Well, that's a lovely picture, but it wasn't really a childhood dream of mine the way it is for some. My jam was exploring in the backyard or pretending to be a Dalmatian. This was the 90s and the Dalmatian craze was at its height. Hashtag Dalmatian Nation? Yeah, dog. Or sometimes I would pretend my pet rabbit, Hopper, was a secret agent and write stories about his adventures. To this day, I have boxes full of Agent Hopper scripts. I guess what I'm getting at is I didn't have that childhood fascination with Marilyn Monroe and feeling like a movie star. So when the idea for Monroe popped into my head, I was pretty surprised. Did the creative lines get crossed and I got someone else's idea? You gotta go with what comes to you. 2020 is quite a year. Thank goodness this podcast is here. I'll take you on a magic ride where songs and words go side by side. It's the 411 on 2020. The 411 on 2020. The 411 on 2020. It's free of charge, so you'll get your money's worth. And then hopefully a little bit more. The summer of 2016. I had recently returned from a long European tour. I was happy. I was sleepy. Looking back through my old emails, I found one with an attachment of the very first demo of Monroe. July 11th at 1 a.m. The body of the email says, "New idea. I don't have any particular fascination with Marilyn Monroe, but I like the vowel rhyme and messing around with writing from a different perspective." So, without further ado, check it out. You don't see my face in the magazines. Don't expect a lot of applause when we go out. I'll never thank the Academy. I travel with an entourage. I don't feel like I can really take credit for this song. It's one of those that just falls on you. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Before I go on and talk more about Monroe, a little bit of housekeeping. You are listening to my brand new podcast, Serenade. This is episode 3, and if you want to help me out, I would really appreciate if you would leave a review. It really makes a difference. And how could I not mention? This song is featured on my brand new album, 2020, so please give it a listen. All right, without further ado, here is our word from this week's imaginary sponsor. Tired of the same old cardboard piñata? There's no challenge, no inspiration, and it's card boring. It's about as stale as the discount candy biding its time inside. Well, hark! We're here to tell you about a revolution in the piñata industry. Iron piñatas, iron piñatas, iron piñatas. You can't break them. Iron piñatas, iron piñatas, iron piñatas. You can't shake them. Iron piñatas. That's right. These babies are lovingly created in our home blast furnace and smelt with the greatest of care. Want to really mix it up at your next backyard barbecue or birthday bash? Try Iron Piñata! Sticks sold separately, not advisable for children under the age of 15. Well, that was memorable. Definitely put me down for 2. All right, now where were we? It all started with the chords. I experimented with the chords under the verse, and the melody followed along over the next few days. Definitely melody superseded lyrics in this case.
When the time to approach the verse lyric did arrive, I latched onto the concept of feeling like an outsider, describing all the things one isn't. This girl isn't on a magazine, she's not rolling with Beyonce or drinking fancy champagne, but you know what? She feels flippin' awesome. That's right. And I'm thinking about it all, and suddenly Marilyn Monroe pops into my mind. I've got to confess, I've never seen a Marilyn film, although I did once sing a rousing rendition of Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend at a New Year's Eve party a few years ago. I'm instantly in love with the opportunities Monroe gives for long O rhymes. Oh, you should know. When you take my hand, I feel like Marilyn Monroe. I experiment for a while, and a chorus is born.
But oh, you should know, when you take my hand, I feel like Marilyn Monroe. When you're close, no matter where we are, I feel like a movie star, like Marilyn Monroe.
I was still pretty unsure, though. I liked it, but this was so different from anything I'd written before, and I was afraid maybe it would come off as cheesy. Is this a good idea? Can I leave my instincts? I sent this in an email to Snuffy, and at the time we were starting to put together a new album. He really liked the song and said, no, you gotta finish it. It was the perfect melting pot to finish the tune with Snuffy. All right, no more cheese puns. So we wrote a bridge. I wrote some more lyrics there in the studio for verse 2, and it was finished. You better believe it.
You should know, when you take my hand, I feel like Marilyn Monroe. When you're close, no matter where we are, I feel like a movie star, like Marilyn Monroe. I used to live on the sidelines, always keeping my head down and speaking low, but now I'm craving the limelight.
I've also got to give a huge shout out to Jonathan Richards, who played upright bass on the original album cut on Travel Light. I mean, just listen to that bowing.
You take my hand, I feel like Marilyn Monroe. When you're close, I get carried away. Music starts.
I was really pleasantly surprised to see how warmly Monroe was welcomed. No other song I've written has received as many requests during online streams or shows. I'm really just so happy that it means something to people. I guess my big takeaway is there's a little old Hollywood glamour within all of us. Here's to all you magical Monroes out there. Let's embrace it and rock the limelight.
You should know, when you take my hand, I feel like Marilyn Monroe. When we're close, no matter where we are, I feel like a movie star, like